Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Today, in our Educators Experts series, we have Dr. Sheela Philip from, she's a head of school from Manor International, Mumbai. And today we are going to discuss how schools can help students become environmentally responsible. I am your host today, Neelofar Sheikh, head of admissions and outreach, Vijaybhoomi. So, ma'am, first of all, I would like to welcome you on this board and on this channel. VUTV is a channel of Vijaybhoomi University, where this is a platform meant for students, parents, educators. And here we come together to share information about all the things related to education. And so many things are happening today in education world. So it's always nice to hear it from the educators, the experts to come and share their points of view. And hence, today we have invited you to give your expert opinion on the topic on how schools can help students become environmentally responsible. So, thank you for coming today, ma'am.
Thank you, Neelofar. Absolutely my pleasure. And I think Vijaybhoomi, as the name suggests, your university is the best place to steward environment studies. So I'm really so happy. I'm so passionate about the environment, and I'm glad to speak about environment education and its relevance in schools of today.
Okay, ma'am. So to begin with the first question, ma'am. So I just wanted to ask, like, how are the schools currently including environmental education in the curriculum? Like, what are the initiatives usually taken in the schools, or like the kind of idea or the best practices the schools are doing, okay, which others could learn from? Maybe it can be a eco club, waste segregation or composting, or energy saving practices, or water conservation initiatives, or tree plantations, gardening, etc. So, what are the schools which are doing the initiative? If you can brief a little bit about that.
The thing is that much has been spoken about the environment, and schools and institutions of education are actually miniature societies. And every teacher in this profession knows that more than the content being spoken about in terms to their specialization, some of the skills that, or one of the prominent skills that they've got to be disseminating is that of environment stewardship. It's so pertinent, so important. We've spent the last 3 decades where we've seen the outcome, how human interactions in the environment are affecting and totally spoiling the environment. There's so much of degradation on account of our overuse. And much is being done in many schools. There's nothing really that you can enlighten them because everybody is aware about it. Everyone is making their own initiative. And of course, the NEP insists that we pay much attention to environment stewardship in schools. So, like you said, all of those things that you mentioned is absolutely important. I would say that as educators and as people who have to spread the word, teachers are the best disseminators. One teacher who is environmentally sound or who is passionate about the environment, when she speaks, her class of 25 students listen to her, and those thoughts carry down. They carry it home, they review it, they reflect, and they practice it. So they are the influencers. And that's precisely what most institutions expect, and universities, and that's what we're practicing. So there are many things that you can do. You can even have a small little box for collection of e-waste because we don't see it often. It's just a corner. But children know the moment they don't have, when they have a toy that is not being used by them, they come and drop it there. So, you realize that, yes, this is not to be thrown into the normal bin. You bring it here. The Tetra packs. We collect the Tetra packs. We engage them in recycling those packs so that they know that all of these things have to be recycled in order to ensure that we have a better world in the years to come.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was very good. Like, encouraging the students from the classroom itself, it's very, very important because sometimes the student will not listen to their mothers that much. They listen to the teacher and they want to create that kind of impact in front of the teachers. So with that, they listen to every bit of teachers and then they inculcate those habits and definitely takes it home also and everywhere he goes. So with
Yeah.
that, I'll ask you the another question, second question, like what are the initiatives like, best practice, even that, like, the big challenges the schools are having right now, since like environment thing has become very much like we need to have the environmental awareness everywhere. How easy or how difficult it is to promote in the school, or what are the challenges which are faced by the schools currently?
I think the real challenge is time. Our children are very, especially in the Cambridge board, what we do is we have experiential learning. And the Cambridge in particular has got environment management, which is the subject code 0680, which is totally devoted to promoting environmental awareness in children. And with this, we develop skill so that the children learn to mitigate problems that we face on account of our overuse. So they also have prospective studies. They do a little bit of research, understanding how the past years lived, what are the practices that are really, and all of this is done. We have the flipped classrooms in our school where children really research and they give us their perspective. And it's lovely to hear what they have to say without being taught, because they're also listeners and there's plenty of information around that they can pick from. So when they come to schools, they're quite aware and they give us so many lovely ways and so many instances, case studies they bring up, and they tell us why they love that and why they don't like something else. We also have a lot of fun activities around the environment where they have souvenering, they have adding taglines to pictures, they pick up photography and come. So they do a lot of things. They also go to spaces, they identify the trees in that area. So they do a green audit. So there's plenty of scope. When you talk about, we are familiar with the CSR, I call it the community social responsibility that schools have. We have to step into this community of our school and tell them that we're your friends. And the little ones are the best ambassadors. So we have green ambassadors carrying the word forward. So that's a lovely platform.
Okay, ma'am. So yeah, I mean that's really true. And Cambridge allows much more in this thing because definitely coming from an international board, they always have something to add to the curriculum, and choosing of subjects is also something which is they are allowing. So it's a real great advantage to the students to be very much informed about the entire thing. Being a part of a curriculum means that they have to study about it, they have to understand it, they have to not only write in the exam but also be responsible citizens and practice the same. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Said
So,
it.
what are the like? Do you have like? Teacher trainings for any kind of environmental thing? Like, what else can be done apart from the regular curriculum? There are certain initiatives which the schools takes, like to take them out and go for a drive, for a cleaning drive, cleanliness drive, or some other kind of initiative with the environmental responsibility to show that way.
Yes, we do have cleanup drives. Uh, we take them to the beach. So that is done. Over and above that, our teachers are trained in preparing e-modules. So they
Okay.
have modules on different, it may be afforestation. So they put in a whole lot of information on afforestation, maybe. Then they talk about various issues that are that plague the earth today. It must be the plastic pollution. When they talk about when they really know the scenes, the children are aghast. And they themselves come up to say that, they'd like to be uh, people who would like to be ambassadors for this great cause. And our teachers do a wonderful job. Their modules are really worth replicating and, showing others. And our children also give us a lot of inputs. So sometimes, their projects that they do, they do a little bit of hydroponics, maybe a little bit of vermi culture, maybe. And these things, in small practices, also give them in-depth understanding rather than seeing it even as a simulation on a audio or on a video clip. So it's lovely. It's learning through fun.
That's very nice, ma'am. Because most of the times, the training, like the entire information sharing, is mainly based on practical knowledge sharing. And when the students themselves go on a drive somewhere, they are doing this cleanliness activity, or they are doing that plantation thing, or they are throwing their like bio waste is separate from the thing. The canteen areas, you have bio waste which is separate, and you have the paper and the plastic which is separate. So these are the kind of responsibility when a student knows that this is a dry waste, this is a wet waste. These kind of small things also adds a lot of value, and they understand from that what exactly has to be done. So schools implementing that is a real good thing, because that's where they start learning from, and it's a beginning from for them.
Yeah.
So with that, like I would also like to ask that what support would and help would you implement sustainability initiative more effectively? What support would you like to do? Like, I mean, if at all you are given a chance, like, either the training or workshop for teachers, or ready-made lesson plans, or funding or grants, partnership with NGOs or experts, or maybe any kind of administrative support, or any parent engagement activities programs, because most of the times it happens that even if the school is trying to say something or do something, maybe the parents don't give that much of support. I mean, it depends on kind of, some may be there, some may not be there, they not send the children out. So what is the kind of support you would require for these kind of initiatives?
Now, actually speaking, we're so wired and plugged in within the four walls of our classroom. So we have this outdoors education, or we call it unplugged education. So we're totally off the wires, and the children go out, they're in the environment, they learn, and they come back. And they have so much to tell us as to what they've learned. And so I would say that's a perfect example of a flipped classroom. You take them out, you tell them what they've got to view, come back, and if you listen to them, they are your educator. So there's so much of dialogue in education. So that's something I truly, truly love. When it comes to how external sources can help us, I would think we have within our school, we have a series called the Guru Cool series. So we have experts and gurus who come, they are the cool gurus who come and enlighten us with deeper understanding of the various topics that they are experts in. So that's something. So if you have experts in environmental education, they're always welcome. We'd love to listen to them. We'd love to see what they do, and we'd love to learn and, emulate all the good things that they do, because we definitely want to make a difference to this world. Because this world does not belong to us. It's been loaned to us by our children yet to come. So we have to be good caretakers so that we give them a world not bereft of all the beauty of nature, but something that's enduring and something that they can carry down. And I think, environmental education is so much part of your being, because, just as musicians talk about the environment, I think teachers, I think we are the best disseminators, and that's our primary role. And I am in particular in love with the environment. So whether it's kitchen gardens, whether it is, preparation of, even in collection of rocks, it's just not only mitigating, but also appreciation of what we've been blessed with. It's such a beautiful world, and we have just one beautiful blue planet the way we understand it, and we have to keep that safe. So that's something I would love to promote and, be engaged in.
Yes, ma'am. What you said is truly 100% true, because what we are doing today is definitely going to be carry forward to our future people who are going to be a part of this world. And the way things are happening, the pollution, the things like, everything, we are misabuse of the water, the land, and all that. It is much required that we have to be sensitive towards the environment, and actually also have a green channel kind of a thing, where trees are there, oxygen has to be very much purified, not like the one which we are breathing right now. So by going years, it will be very, very tough. Tell me, ma'am, like, how does the Cambridge curriculum, like, support the environmental thing? Like, of course, they have a subject, but do their children also have to do some projects and all that in that to
Yes. So
submit around here?
yes, yes. Cambridge always believes in learning, practicing, reflecting, and then being an influencer. So today, if you tell the children that you are an influencer, they love it because that's the go-to thing today. So each one of them, you have to put that force and that um, element of ability in them that they can be little marshals for the earth. So when you instill this, you've got to inoculate it in small increments, and they do a wonderful job with that. So that it's lovely to hear their reflections. So they do their own research. A teacher just has to give them one thought, and you will find if you have 25 students in a classroom, one thought that's put across, you will find 25 different ideas coming up. Luckily, we've got parents who are very, very supportive. So I think, if they get to know that there's something, they're right there helping their children get the best stuff. So, we just enjoy, sit in the arena and watch the entire panoramic display of different things that they carry in. Our school is a splendid place. We call ourselves a boutique school, and true to its name, we're very, very small, and we address every child that is in our school with uh, with special care. So we know every child within our school. We know the parents, we know their abilities, so we're mostly concerned about the outliers. So, they're all very cared for. And this is our way of mentoring, peer mentoring, and pupil mentoring, teacher mentoring. So it's a lovely, lovely thing to do. It goes beyond. When you say care for the environment, that also means we're also part of the environment. So it's a beautiful feeling.
So, ma'am, I would like to share that what your school is doing similarly, Vijaybhoomi also is on the same kind of a thing where we are practicing, where we have the students of ours. We have different domains in undergrad like design, management. We have engineering, law, music. And this is something like it's a liberal profession university, first liberal profession university. Much before NEP has started, we started this, and where the like a Cambridge curriculum, we also allow our students to choose their own curriculum. So it's not just the curriculum within subjects, but it is a curriculum between domains. It can be music student doing engineering, engineering student doing management, and majors and minors and dual degree while you're doing your undergrad at 4 years here. And of course, we do have international pathways, but at Vijaybhoomi, we do believe that environmentally we have to be very sensitive. And we are based out of Karjat, which is between Mumbai and Pune. And it's a very scenic location between the Sayadri Mountains and all that. And because it's far away from the city life, definitely you can imagine the kind of it's pollution free, noise free, and it's totally environment which is given to the students to have their mental peace and concentrate on focus on their studies as such. So this is what we are doing. And at Vijaybhoomi, what we do is like not only give them the space to study, but definitely they choose their curriculums, and also they have like, three things which are very important. One is the PEP, which is a personality enhancement program, which we do for them. It prepares them for the industry, okay? Because once you're in the academics, you're studying, you're cut away from the industry. But when you're going out in the industry, you realize that the industry is so much different than what you have learned. So to bridge that gap, we have got this PEP, which we do, and it builds your communication skills, your personality, the way you carry yourself and present yourself. Also, we have social emotions where we take them to challenge locations and give them problem solving thing. They have to come up with great innovative ideas, and it can be anything to do with water, with kind of a thing. Because there are many places which are not having electricity. They are very totally challenged areas. So in those areas, how does a person survive? The students, unless they go to those places, will not understand. So these are the things which we try to get them, and then they come up with the great solutions. As a group, they work. As an individually, they work. And of course, we have a research and innovation where the patents, like the products made by the students, and if they have to have some new products to be launched, they are patented, and the research work has been, supervised by our faculty members. But this is apart from the regular curriculum which we offer. And of course, we have our PhD programs and the PG programs also. So definitely, environment is one of the things which is very much taken care of with Vijaybhoomi also. So yeah, ma'am. So today,
Lovely.
yeah,
Thank you for having given us a bird's eye view of your Vijaybhoomi University. You resonate all that what I have picked on my own about Vijaybhoomi. Just it's so picturesque and so beautifully positioned in such a biodiverse environment and between two big cities. We wish you the very best. And considering that you have liberal education, so I think Vijaybhoomi is not second or is on par with all higher education universities across the world. So we wish you the very best. It's so lovely to hear that you've got so many areas of focus. Frankly, Neelofar, we really don't know what we're preparing our students for because
exactly.
the
It's a
coming,
VUCA world, very volatile, uncertain,
yes,
complex. Yeah. So
yes,
you have to be, that's the reason the liberal education comes into picture, because you have to be prepared for everything when you go outside. And you don't know what exactly is going to be. Now, today we are at this age, 4 years down the line, 5 years down the line, we are not prepared of what is going to happen. And the kind of new jobs which are coming in today. Okay, we don't know like what is going to be there. So that's the reason this particular education gives you a whole kind of a holistic development where you are prepared for the coming future world coming to you, and you're not out of space or something, because you have to go select your passion. When a student is passionate about something, like a music student wants to do music, but parents won't allow him to do, how does he does he has to take engineering just to be satisfying his parents or his peers demands? That's not right. So here in liberal education, you can do music as well as you can do management, music and design, music and engineering, dual degree. You can pick up subjects, and that's what is all about. What you like to do, you go for it. So Vijay Bhumi is promoting that, and definitely the students are having this kind of choices. It's really good for them, because I don't see that it was happening before at all. People were just taking up subjects as per their grades, what used to get in the school and the colleges, and that's how you would determine that what you would be in your future life. So this is a great platform, and this is a great kind of a thing where Vijay Bhumi is giving the a lot of variety and lot of plethora of subjects to choose from. And ma'am, thank you so much for coming today and being a part of this session. Your insights were very valuable, and I'm so happy the schools are taking so much of efforts, especially your school, Rose Manor International, being a very legend school, okay, with so many years of being existing in Mumbai and having its own kind of a legacy to bring forward. I'm very happy to have you on board with VUTV, and looking forward for many such kind of opportunities, ma'am.
lovely, lovely, Ninofar. It's really lovely talking to you. And thank you for all the insights on Vijaybhoomi. We wish you the very best. I will intend coming with my children to
Sure, ma'am. Most welcome.
yes, because that's
Please
such
come.
a scenic place. And when you talk about liberal education is something that I'm fascinated about because I believe that you just can't straitjacket children into universities and courses. They can pick what they want out of their own free will and pursue two and three things that are absolutely diverse. And so that's why the transdisciplinary approach is absolutely splendid. So I just love speaking to people like you who are so prospective in your thinking. And you're actually fueling the world that we need and institutions of education that we need for the future and our children. I wish you the very best, Nilofer. God
Thank
bless.
you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for being here and your for valuable insights, and looking forward for more such collaborations. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Bless our children and all
Okay.
us all. Bye.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Pleasure to have you. Bye-bye.
Same here.